j'espère qu'on aura. I hope that we will have plenty of women founder on the first cohort. I don't know, Selma, if we have a lot, or you don't know yet. Hala.
I didn't count.
Inch'Allah, on espère.
We can tell you in a second.
Yeah, you will.
Okay. So, welcome everybody. Sophie, would you like to proceed? Or would you like?
Yes. So I can. Do you want me to share the screen, or maybe Selma? I think it's a.
You can do it. It's okay. You can do it. Maybe I will have problem with my.
Okay, no problem. So
last one.
What we want to start with is share a few slides with you, so that. You can be updated accordingly. So let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
And then I am going to change slide, and then let me know if you can still see my slide.
Yes.
Okay. Shall I go ahead, or do you guys want to present?
Yeah, maybe to tell you this is the last organization call before we launch. We are hoping to launch next week, so that's why some people requested that we record. So we will go quickly. Usually for people who arrived the first time with us, it's half-an-hour calls. Maybe when there will be startups, there will become 1-hour calls, but for now, it's just half-an-hour calls, quick and efficient. So we'll tell you how many startups we got first. Then we'll speak about the 33 or 34 now with our new member today. The 44 with Karim. We are 44.
Oh, it was already counted.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It's just the first time we can actually see him, but. But we have been in touch before.
Okay, so they need to register in order that we open the data room for them, and we'll tell you about the next week's plan for the review. So Hala and Salma and Sophia as well worked very hard to get the SSOs to propose some startups, then startups to put their platforms, their profiles on the platform. We have now 38 startups.
So you still see the new slide on the screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes it gets stuck. That's why.
Okay. So here are the startups that the SSOs proposed for our first cohort. Where they are coming by country and by startup support organization, which is really good news. We have some serious startups. We have some beginners. Salma and the team will over next week will do some work to map them according to their maturity, etc., etc. So that's a very good news. Next, the less good news that our business angels, only out of the 33, only 10 Diaspora business angels put their profile in the platform in order to start looking at the startups. Because remember, this is a data room concept, where for confidentiality reason, we put the data into a platform, and then the business angels access the data through the platform, and then we do the matchmaking, etc. So there are 10 Diaspora business angels who are registered. There are 23 business angels who did not register yet in the platform, although they signed their engagement letter. So please do, it doesn't take a long time to register. It's very straightforward. The link is there. This presentation is already sent to you through the WhatsApp and through emails.
And it's very easy because Mr. Karim, who just joined us like only a few days ago, he has already his profile ready. So that's proof that it can be done.
Excellent. So what will happen next? So next Wednesday, 20th of October, we will launch. What does it mean launching? Which means we open the data room for you with the full list of sanitized startups. When I say sanitized, we will do some filtering to make sure that it's there is some calls, etc., to understand their situation, etc., and to map them. Then you will have 10 days to go through the platform and see your interest based on the. We will make it easy for you. We will try to summarize for you what are they, but we are counting on you to go for. In the platform, to enter the platform and to look at these data and decide which one you would like to see. And by the 17th of November, so for a month, we take the final interest list by Business Angels that we will help them to do, we will accompany them for their investment. And in order to encourage you to look into the startup data, every Wednesday, starting not next Wednesday, the Wednesday after, we will show 3 startups based on MDBAN member request. So we will, this call, we will have 3 pitches, 3 pitches we will do. And obviously, if some of the business angel would like to have one-to-one with these startups to dig more, we'll be happy to organize that. Hopefully, this will bring us. I'm going through the whole thing together, and then we will discuss it in details, if you like. Hopefully, next slide, please, Sophie. Our plan. So this is for the cohort 1 plan. What we'll do. So we will open up the data room 20th of October. We will have. Every week, we are counting on you on 10th by 10th of within 10 days. We need you to tell us your interest, but we will continue to show up to 9 startups every week. We'll show 3. If you request more, we will be happy to organize. We are hoping after we finish the process to move. We said Algeria. It could be Libya, it could be Morocco, but we say, why don't we start with Algeria? Next, by 25th November, to have a physical workshop there. While we have our MDBAN members helping we will continue on the background, help MDBAN members to finalize their negotiation, etc., and we'll help them with all the documents, etc. And the following Wednesday, while we are doing that on the background, we will present the investment guide that we worked on. We will discuss the investment guide for Algeria, for Tunisia, and for Morocco. With our friend Elias, who did fantastic work in telling us and collecting the data. So next slide. Hopefully, then we enter into next year when we'll start the call for application for cohort 2, which will start 16th of December, and basically we will do the same process. If you can go back 2 slides before, yes, this one. So this is basically an overview about what we are going to do for you. But it's nothing sand and stone, nothing. You know, it's just a suggestion. However, these dates, 20th of October, 30th of October, and 17th of October, are fixed dates. So I stop here and open up for the discussion for you. if you have any question, any suggestion, etc., etc. Over to you, Sophie.
Yes. So if you, I would just like to go back. If anyone has any issue to fill in their profile onto the Startup Square platform, please let us know. We will help you, we will guide you, because this is really important for you to be able to then have opening of the data room. So we want, and you know, it's probably not the right crowd here, because these are most of the people who have already done it. But for example, Leila, if you have an issue, let us know. If you can please also make sure that Sarah is going to be having her profile. Like you are some of the few women in the group, so we really count on you. So that's really, really important. And then let me go back to the screen. So that's the really, really key information. We will provide also some statistics on you know, male, female entrepreneurs and mapping, as Noman mentioned earlier. And this way, you know, you will have full access to the data. So Siyasin, Siyasar, please finish your profile. And Mrs. Leila also, so you will have access to the data room. I know time is flying by, but it's important.
Okay, no problem.
Great. Okay. Are there any questions or suggestions regarding what we showed? I don't know if you want me to show again the planning.
No, it's okay. The workshop is a physical workshop.
Yes.
So Leila, what we are thinking to do, and this is really open for discussion. We do every Wednesday. We do these calls. Now they are organizational, but they will become more interesting calls, because there will be presentation of startups and organization. So that's virtual. But we thought that it's good that we go to the four markets: Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, and in order to do physical workshops there. So we could start in Libya, or we could start in Morocco or Algeria or Tunisia. But I just put these dates as a suggestion. But we have obviously the local business engine, local partner business angel organization will help organize this. For example, Algeria, it will be co-organized by Nisa Business Angel and Caspa Business Angel. If we go to Morocco, it will be organized by Morocco Angel, co-organized with Morocco Angel, etc., etc.
Okay.
Maybe one question from my side.
Business
Yeah, maybe Mrs. Leila, you can finish, and then we will go back to the next question.
Je voulais juste dire que Nisa Business Angel, on a déjà un espace de coworking dans lequel on peut organiser ces workshops. Donc, on a un Woomwork.
Super.
Et c'est un espace dans lequel on peut organiser ces... Je pense, je parle sous le contrôle de Sarah, mais je pense qu'on peut faire ça chez eux.
Génial.
Super. What we could do, make sure that you coordinate with the Caspa Business Angel, because we want the local, our
Bien
local
sûr.
to work together. And whatever you guys decide, we'll be more than happy to
Oui, pas de souci. On est partenaire de Caspa Business Angel. Ils nous accompagnent. D'ailleurs, ils nous aident à nous structurer. Donc, je pense qu'on n'aura pas de souci avec ça.
Would the date of 25th of November, it's just a date, so would it be yes, why not?
Je vais juste vérifier parce qu'on a des élections et je ne me rappelle plus des dates.
Okay, that's we will. These are we put dates just as an example in these you know, to go.
Ah, c'est le 27 novembre. C'est le
Your-
27 novembre.
Your election.
Les élections en Algérie. Oui.
Yeah. For example, if you have already an event when you have a lot of business angels coming, we can make the workshop around that date, one day before or one day after, or you see, to make sure that, because some people will be traveling, so it will be, maybe it will be useful to combine events. We need to think about, yeah. By the way, I did not, yeah.
Je vais en discuter avec le reste de l'équipe et on vous reviendra pour les dates.
Okay.
Excellent.
Super.
Il y avait une autre remarque ou une autre question?
Yes, I think it was me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Please go ahead.
So the question was also related to the dates of the workshops. I think for the angels in Europe, it would be more convenient if we shifted to December. Then we have a higher chance that the people would fly in. So just a comment, maybe.
So, so related to, and maybe Ghazi can intervene here, related to getting all the angels together, we thought that that will be more towards March, where we will do MDBAN symposium. By that time, we would have done some investment. Then we can bring a lot of people in one place and have a real symposium. These workshops are workshops for the local communities. So if obviously you are welcome to join, and any business angel is welcome to join, but they are more targeted towards making the local ecosystem. However, where are you based, Westy?
Well, I'm based in Stuttgart in Germany, but
one real example. This is supported by the GIZ. There are some business angel clubs there, and we have a big community of business angels there, but we don't have, you are the only German-based business angel in our network. So if you think it's appropriate that we do something there, and you have one or two connections on these business angels community, and you can help organize a bit, we can do a workshop there. It's not always the same people, but it's worth having these going and explaining and recruiting new business angels, because we don't have an issue with deal flow right now. We have startups, but we need to make sure that we have enough business angels, and they understand properly what we are trying to do. So Ghazi, I leave it to you to continue this thought, because we would like also to do events in Europe, but Europe is big. So if somebody in one country is willing to help organize something, we'll be happy. Ghazi, I don't know.
No, I think you covered it. I mean, it's you know, for the first phase of this program, because obviously this is cohort number 1. We also have cohort number 2 that we will be doing based on the learnings from cohort number 1. And so there's still plenty of opportunity to connect, etc. But we also do have under our current support agreement with GIZ, there are certain things we are programmed to do, and certain things we'll have to consider in the next phase of this initiative.
Perfect. Samir, you would like to say something?
Yes, thanks, Sophie. Yes, I wanted just to know what kind of content or program do we have during the workshops, what kind exactly, so we can prepare it accordingly.
Look, the workshops are twofold in my view. One is you know, making people aware that we exist, and it's more to recruit either deal flows, either we bring specialists to help startups in talking to how to talk to investor, or convince some family offices in Morocco or in Algeria or in Tunisia or in Libya to join MDBAN. So the idea is more to make awareness and from one side recruit more business angels, from the other side help startups talk to business angels. So it's more workshops / networking events.
Okay.
I think, Naman, as you mentioned, in particular, Samir, the GIZ would like us to reach out to the leading family offices in each country to evangelize, to explain, to help them, become part of the business angel community.
Okay, that's a good strategy. Yes.
So basically, I can imagine that it's an afternoon when we have a couple of presentation or one training. We do training for investment readiness for startups in the morning, and then in the afternoon we have a couple of presentations for 1 hour for awareness, where we invite targeted business angel, existing and targeted business angels, then have some sort of a networking drinks for people to intermingle. That's the idea, basically.
Nice.
Perfect. Yes, Karim.
Yeah, Sophia, thank you. I just want to ask you regarding this kind of events, workshops, as Wajdi mentioned. So we are 2 people located in Germany, close to each other. So you mean that we can basically plan a workshop in Germany and invite startups there, or it is the opposite? So basically startups do the workshop when we fly to Algeria or we fly to Tunisia. I would just want to understand basically the goal of those workshops, and who is doing what, and what is our role as investors or as startups.
Okay. Thank you, Karim. Ghazi, would you like to take that one?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it really depends, I would say, on what the business angels that are local want to do. Because one thing, Karim, that's very important to understand is that technically the startups that we are supporting and that we will hopefully be investing in have to have a major presence in the Maghreb countries. And so if they do have a presence in Germany or in France or other place, it's typically going to be a light presence, meaning it might be just the CEO and another person, when somebody doing sales and marketing for that particular country. So the majority of the activity that we'd like to do outside of the Maghreb is really to reach out to diaspora business angels. So if you guys are interested in helping us out in Germany, what might make sense is to try to organize, and you guys would be able to lead it with our support, to reach out to as many Maghrebian professionals in your circle, in Germany, in your region, invite them over, for example, for a physical face-to-face meeting where we could have a representative of MDBAN come over and tell them about what we're doing, show them the latest deal flow, explain the benefits of being a business angel, etc., and make them join MDBAN as diaspora business angels. Norman, did I miss anything?
No, that's it really. Our objective is, look, this group, we are trying to, on veut que la mayonnaise prenne. So from one side, we look at we find good startups. From the other side, we need to find potential diaspora who wants to invest in them. And we would like to make that process of an investment easy for them. There could be, you know, you have a community or an association, Maghrebian, Algerian, Tunisian, Moroccan, or Libyan or Maghrebian, who wants to get together and they would like to understand what is a business angel, what is a business angel, what is his role, the do's and don'ts, what benefits from me to become a business angel, etc. And have that kind of debates. It could be even an afternoon thing. It would be beneficial if we, out of that, we recruit people who are sincerely wants to invest in startup in North Africa. It will be worth the trip.
Yeah, well, Silahman, I think now the target is clear, and this is definitely something that we can organize, at least spread the message that the MDBAN exists and try to attract people to invest or Maghrebian diaspora to invest in those startups and country. I think the best we could do is to reach out to the associations that we have here, either within the, from my side, I speak for the Tunisian communities, but I think the same exists for the Moroccan or Algerian communities here, and then spread the message there. And I think there could be an opportunity to organize such meetings. So this is absolutely feasible and understandable.
Exactly, Karim. In fact, one of the cool things about MDBAN is that this might be another or an additional reason for the different diaspora organizations to come together on one project in particular, in this case, because it covers the whole region.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is what actually brings all of these communities together, because I saw such an initiative from one of the associations we have in Munich. It's very similar to the Atuge, for example, in France. Yeah. And they were trying to organize some kind of investment awarenesses about the Tunisian ecosystem. But if we could bring these different communities from all of the countries together, this will have a much higher impact, I guess, and would be something absolutely new. So to bring all of those communities together, yes.
And Wajdi, all what you have to do to ignite that is to copy us in an email to somebody, to this associations, because we don't have contact with those. Put us in contact and we'll support you to make this happen. So
yeah, we'll give you all the materials. We'll make the introductions. We have also members already in Europe that can, represent MDBAN and share experiences and so on. So we can do it very easily.
Yeah, actually, while we speak, one of these, the president of one of the Tunisian association is actually interested or was interested to join. So he didn't come back to me because of, he's very busy, but I think when he come back to me, maybe he can organize it by his own. So, but I will speak to him about those possibilities and maybe we can set this up.
So we have Salma, who's here, that she's, you see Salma, the only one with the camera. Thank you, Salma. For keeping the camera on. She is
the prettiest.
She's a very senior person. She agreed to help us with kind of half of her time, to spend it half, a bit less than half, couple of days on MDBAN. And we have one person full-time, more junior person, but she's doing a lot of work, Hala in Libya. We have one person in Algeria who is kind of half-time as well. So to create, to make this happen. So we have some manpower. There is a lot of work, but we have some manpower to, you don't need to do the work. You just need the introduction, and then we'll will obviously, you can do the work you like and would be love to, but I know that you guys are extremely busy, so it's will make it easy for you.
Thank you. Just have a quick question. Opening the bracket about the association. So MDBAN is like the association is created yet? Okay.
So we had difficulties to find the address. Now we have an address. We paid for the local. We agreed to have the south of France. Everything is done. We are missing the signature of. We need to sign the paper now. Samir, did you receive the email from Elias?
Not recently. I received emails that I have sent corrections, but I don't think I received anything after this. So I will check, but if
I was on the phone with Elias. He didn't answer now, but it is the last. We are at the last stages to create the association in south of France, where we agreed to have 4 temporary members. It's just for the legal aspect because all of you are the board now, which is myself. Who else? Marcel and Elias, just to organize this. And the idea that in March, we will run with this until March. And in March, we will do, when we showed some real success, we do the elections for a board, a multinational board, to run with it. So that's the idea. So to answer strictly your question, not yet, but practically there.
Great, thanks.
Any other thing? Guys, we are 10 minutes longer than expected, but I think it was worth having this time. I'd like to thank you all for joining. I know it's not always easy. And would like also to thank Sophie, who supported us over the last many months now. And I would like to announce that Sophie will change seats. She will go down to the Business Angel community, hopefully. And from now on, the support function will be led by Salma and obviously Helen Tenhinen, and Ghazi and I will be supporting them to make this happen. So welcome, Salma. Thank you, Sophie. Stay with us. Don't disappear. Sign your letter and become one of our business angels. And welcome, Salma. And I'm sure that you will do a good job as well.
It was a great pleasure supporting you. And I've been very, very happy to meet all of you. And yeah, I hope we stay in touch and we keep working together, even if I have a bit of a different role. So thank you to everyone, and I hope I'm sure we will keep this beautiful energy and do great things. And after the first cohort, yeah, I hope really it will be a success for everyone. And yeah, thanks everyone for all your support.
And you are going to attend all these calls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they are fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. That will be more fun when you will see startups, guys. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.